So you know how some countries have decided to start removing urinals from men's bathrooms, and now they're pretty much demanding that men sit down to pee. And there's so many of us toxic males out there that refuse to bend the knee and be emasculated. So now, of course, they turn to science to conveniently come up with some scientific evidence as to why peeing while sitting down is good for you. And of course, this is from Australia, a country where no one has balls anymore for the most part. So it makes perfect sense when you consider that. But before you take anything in this article seriously, remember that the same people who are trying to tell you to do this because the science says so are also conveniently ignoring science when it comes to mental illness. Just remember that. Is it normal for men to pee sitting down? I'm going to answer you the question right now. Yes, it is, because after you take a big fucking dump, it usually comes with some piss. So yes, it's normal, just not all the time. You would be surprised how many men are taking the seat and the effects it's having on their health. Men. They forgot to put men in quotes. So apparently there's a lot of soy boys who've let their boyfriends browbeat them into to peeing while sitting down. Standing up to pee is one of the greatest gifts granted to men. It's quick, easy, and let's be honest, fun. If you got a good target, hell yeah. However, recent cultural trends have given rise to a sweeping epidemic causing more and more men to sit while peeing. The epidemic of soy. Yes. The last reported data on the issue from current year -13 suggests a whopping 42% of married men sat down to pee. Yes, of course they did. Of course they did, because they don't have balls anymore. Their wives have their balls on a fucking keychain. Most likely to avoid seat drips and the wrath of their fuming wives. All right, I'm going to let you guys in on a secret right here. Don't tell anyone. This is just between me and you. If you get any piss, like, splashing back up onto the seat, you can just take a square of toilet paper and wipe it, and it's as if it was never there. I know it's a shock, isn't it? But I'll let that sink in for a bit. We'd be safe to guess that this percentage has surged past the 50% mark since, look around you. Look at all the soy boys. I believe that. Due to the fact that this data was collected in an age before smartphones, and men now flock to the restrooms for a quick sit and scroll through Facebook. Seriously? What men do this? Okay, so back when I was getting out of meetings at work, I had to make sure that I wasn't in my cubicle when the managers were rounding us up. So I went to the bathroom and I played my Game Boy, but I was sitting on a closed toilet seat. I wasn't actually sitting there peeing or pooping or nothing. I was just there to avoid being pulled into a meeting. The idea of sitting down to pee is interesting if you're a whammons, said Dr. Jesse N. Mills, associate clinical professor at the UCLA Department of Urology, when talking to Thrillist. Nothing beats whipping it out and letting it rip. But if you want to sit down and think about life, that's a break in your day. That's what number 2 is for. That's what taking a dump is for. And dude, I did that when I lived with my parents too, so I could get some time and so I can have some damn peace and quiet. I brought a book into the bathroom and I just sat on the toilet reading it. And then more than once, I think my parents thought I was wanking in there. Oh, he's been in the bathroom for half an hour. He must be wanking. Let's bust in on him and catch him in the act. And just open the door, and I'm sitting there with just reading a book on the toilet. Like, the fuck do you want? Don't you know how to knock? I'm still proud of that. Like, to this day, I'm proud of the fact that my parents never caught me wanking. Not once. While evidence suggests that it's most certainly is normal to sit down and pee. What did I just say? Of course it is. If you're taking a shit, you're probably going to pee as well. Is it healthy? Sure. Yes, and much more so than standing, apparently. Because, of course, if the men won't voluntarily sit while peeing, you're going to have to trick them into it. According to research from Leiden University Medical Center in the Netherlands, the Netherlands, of course. Sitting down to pee allows for a more favorable urodynamic profile. Translation, the flow is stronger, which helps ward off prostate problems. The study goes on to suggest that when we stand, we activate muscles around our lower abdomen, pelvis, and spine that actually prevent proper urination. Of course, sitting down is a better option for men with prostate conditions, or men who just can't stand up for a long time. No fucking shit. You know, I know another group of men that sitting down while peeing is a better option. Men in wheelchairs who can't stand up. They should probably pee while sitting down. A lot of guys sit to pee if they can't fully evacuate their bladder. It's the opposite for me. When you sit down, you cause your abdominal muscles, or you use your abdominal muscles more, and you get your last few squirts out and you feel like you've emptied better. I mean, maybe it's going to change when I get older. Maybe once I start having prostate issues if I live that long. But right now, I'm not seeing it. The Dutch research project also suggested that further problems while standing also arise as men engage extra pee-stifling muscles while using public toilets. The reason, the muscles engaged to hold in loud or embarrassing farts are also muscles involved in preventing further urination. Come on, man. What guy who's in the bathroom with a bunch of other guys cares about farting? Dude, I just let it rip, man. If I gotta go... It's like, dude, right there, 3 feet away is a stall where a dude is taking a massive dump. You think me farting is going to change anything? Fuck no. Following the results of the study, governments have taken action to instigate cultural change surrounding our habits. Countries such as Sweden and Japan, oh my God, Japan, are actively encouraging men to sit while peeing. Yeah, Japan has gone from samurai to herbivore, man. I guess that's not too surprising. So there you have it. If you're sitting reading this article on the John, rest easy. You're onto a winner, and your prostate will thank you. Well, I am sitting, but I'm not on the John, though. Oh man, I am so excited to tell you guys right now that finally, after about a year of build-up and shilling, we have launched Blade Devil on Indiegogo, and so far it is doing so well thanks to awesome people like you. If you haven't backed it yet, then please check the links in the description and check out Blade Devil on Indiegogo. You will not be disappointed. Looking forward to seeing you there.